Look, I realize that people get nervous when they have their first exam, and we're about ready to do that, right? Just make sure of these things. Make sure that you know the terms and concepts that you find at the beginning of each one of the preceding modules. This is all about Latin America. Make sure you can connect things together. It's going to be throughout the entire semester. So make sure you don't just know, for example, the capital of Peru. Do you know what that is? Lima. Very good. Yeah, that's not necessarily what you're going to need to be doing. But, there is those 7 subregions in Mexico, for example. Make sure you know that the northern border is tied to day tourism and maquiladoras and what a maquiladora is. Make sure you know the commonalities amongst the Central American countries. Make sure you know some stuff about Cuba that I talked about. And then all of these different things in South America, like the 4 subregions of Venezuela and what each one's characteristic is, what happens in the southern countries, the way Brazil is divided up, all of that stuff. And make sure you have watched all those videos that I put on there. I don't know how you could ever pass a class if you don't watch them, and make sure that you have the terminology and the concepts together. And remember, this is an online class. I am not going to be at your house. Nope. And you are not sitting in a classroom. Which means I can't really stop you from having notes. I can't stop you from looking at the free online textbook. I can't stop you from having screenshots of things. Now, the exam is built in a way that I guess you could say I'm trying to prevent what would be called cheating, I guess. But at the same time, there's only so much I can do. I'm being honest with you because I think it's the best policy, to be honest. So make sure you're really prepared. But if you go into this and you think, oh, well, I don't need to study for this because I have my notes or I have screenshots, I think then you will find yourself in some trouble. You really need to know the material to do well. All right, good luck on it. Remember, there are a lot of points in this class. So if you have a problem on this test, there are still lots and lots of points laying out in front of you. Good luck.